Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, I received my almost $150 order of knives from Chicago Knife Works, and rather than go through an unboxing and showing every single one of them, I'm just going to break it down into groups. So, as you can see, copper was a lot of the theme that I had, because they're just such good looking knives, and you have a choice of how they're going to appear. Now here's a relatively new one. This is one I just got. It came in this little box right here. I've been using it, but they patina. Now if you don't like that, here's some more. If you don't like when they patina, here's a Artisan Archaeo. Really, it looked like that when I first got it. It comes sealed in a little bag, plastic bag, to keep it from air getting on it and stuff like that. And yeah, it is nice. It is shiny, but I just like that weathered, old, used look. Now, people may wonder why do you get toothpicks? Well, I can give you several reasons, but one of the main ones is here's what most people think of as a small, knife that you're carrying, a really small knife. That's the blade that you're dealing with. Now, here's a toothpick, right? A lot of times people think that a small toothpick is pretty small. Look at that blade compared to what you've got. But the main thing, here's the other one, is this blade is even narrower down here. I'm not talking about like this width. And I've been using it, so there's some. It hasn't been sharpened. That narrowness allows me to get into narrow little channels to clean things. It comes in handy if you want to make a little hole. The wider this tip is, the bigger the hole is going to start to become. Now with the spear point, you got the advantage, again, that you can start tapering it, but you can go longer with a narrower hole with this. That's another thing. The other thing is, look at this. 4-finger grip. Full grip on this. With this, even with my small hands, 3 fingers. That last finger is just going to be dangling down there. So the grip isn't quite as good. Yeah, there's a multi-tool, and you can, you've got other stuff with it. I'm not knocking on it. I'm just saying, for a little bit bigger size, not much more weight or anything. I'm not gonna weigh all these and all that right now. If you want me to, I could. But another thing about it is, it's to see if you like this, especially in Rough Riders, to see if you like this series. All right, because you can get one. These are usually the least expensive knife available in the patterns that they've got. They've got lady legs and all those other ones, but usually the baby toothpick or the tiny toothpick. They make even smaller ones than this, but this is the size I'm talking about, the standard Rough Ryder size. And this guy is the RR 1586. 1588. Can't see. Look at that. Looks like a 6. Looks like an S, really. Anyways. China, 440. Blackened. I like this, man. This is pretty cool. And here's the little cub in the same kind of series. I think they just call these copper bolsters or something. And then here's the folding hunter. Again, it's kind of like a different kind of bone, black bone. But you can see this particular one is darker. The only thing I can see as far, if you want to get picky, as far as defects goes, is right there. Oh, I could take a file and fix that. That's cosmetic, like I said. And the blade's a little over to one side. I don't care about that. It may actually be, that's where that dullness is coming from. It may actually be wrapping in there because I have just let it go pink. And you can see. That's a different spot. Usually it's on these pins because that's raised up. So let's let this let it go. Look under the nail neck. We're looking for a glint right there. Just the tiniest. I don't think that, yeah, maybe. Right around the nail neck. But this one, probably the first sharpening will take care of that. But you can see the way it is, it might run into it. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on that. These guys were just examples. All right, so the copper swirl also has copper on it. And this has glow-in-the-dark features a little bit, you know. I'll hit it with UV later on. So let's go from, all right, so this was one of them. Nice little, you know, looks like fire. I think some people might call this a poor man's gold or whatever. It's less expensive than gold. Here's some more tiny toothpicks. There's another green one around here somewhere that's running around. And I don't think, yeah, this is just a little camp knife and stuff. So those are, that's basically most of my collection. So I figured I'd add more to them. So yeah, that's another thing. If you're not sure, you know, if you like the Wasp series or whatever, with one of these, you don't spend a whole lot of money, and you can say, I don't like it. You know, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's a good thing I didn't, you know, get involved with it. But there's not a whole big difference, you know, because one of these might be like $15, and one of these might be $10. So it just depends on where you get them, and you're getting more, you know, admittedly, you're getting more blade, you know, more knife, everything else. But for the price, also, these can be like fillers. So that's what I do also. I'm going to start doing it more often, is if you needed a minimum amount for shipping and you were pretty close and you wanted to throw something in there, you could just throw in your favorite traditional pattern. And for me, you know, because this one is a inexpensive one, I can just go through the list of the ones I don't have and pull one out and bam, you know, and the collection grows by one, you know. Eventually I'll need a bigger fishing lure box. Pretty soon I will. But because these are so small, here's another advantage. You can carry a whole collection in a small area, you know, small assortment. And they're basically all the same knives, but they have different handle materials, you know. So you can look at them like, I wonder what this is like. Wow, this is a lot heavier, you know, than the rest of them. Well, then that might let you know that if you're going to get a bigger knife in that pattern, it's going to be a lot heavier than other ones. You can find that out relatively inexpensively. Sometimes these more, just the old Southwest pattern. Sometimes these more elaborate patterns and stuff like that cost more, but not always, man. Usually, like I said, they don't charge a lot for these. I think we spent enough time on the little guys, so let's go. All right, we're going to go to Copper Swirl, but there's two of them, and I would have to go back to back. So let's go to this guy. I've seen this one before a lot of times, and I've looked at them. They have another one with a different blade shape, but I looked at this one mainly because of the blade shape, and I knew because it's copper and it's not bone, this is solid copper on the handles on the next one I'm about to pull off here. Warncliffe Flipper. I knew it was going to be heavy. But this thing's normally like about 30 something, 40, I don't know, a lot of money. And with Chicago knife, it comes in this, and you can even get a little cloth with it. don't think it says anything. It says, I'm a cloth. I'm a cloth. Yes, you are. And then there's a do not eat unless you're a dinosaur. Dinosaurs are allowed to eat these little bags here. And a Ziploc bag. Something I noticed also, even with the tiniest bags, a lot of times, this one they haven't done it, they poke a hole into it because someone might could suffocate themselves. Man, you just ruined a perfectly good bag. Excuse me. Anyways, nobody wanted to hear your whine. They wanted to look at the blade. All right, so this is a Rough Ryder, and it's up. I gotta get it going. It's a big blade. It's a big flipper. It comes all glued and greased up. I just took it out and looked at it once. This is the RR2238. Now they make another one with a drop point type of shape. But man, look at this guy. This is a hollow grind here too. Thick. We got our little measuring thing here. Thick spine. Open your jaws. Close your jaws. Yeah, like 5mm spine there. Right. 5mm. So, it's big thick spine on this guy. Look how elegant that does. See, that's a Warncliffe. That's a true Warncliffe. Starts from here and goes all the way down that curve. It's like it's, you know, aerodynamic. And then because of that, you got a little choil here that you can rest your finger on. It's not sharp. See how that right there? They didn't make it sharp. So I'm not going to cut myself like the Kaiser. The Kaiser cut me. You got a very pointy point. Comes down really small. Let's look at our grind. Wider, a little bit narrow here. A little wide. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, what can we cut? I want to cut something. I don't really feel any hot spots. It feels hefty. I wouldn't say heavy. Hefty. Kind of slick. But, you know, you can see all this oil. And sometimes the package leaves a mark like that. So what I'll do is take some case paste to it and clean it up and get those marks off. You got a little pocket clip. Not reversible. Tip up. Tip up. Yeah, this is nice. Like 15, 16 bucks, man. I could not pass that up. Mainly because, like I said, I love copper. Even if I'm not going to use it, I like big knives. I like big knives, and I cannot lie. Let me find a ruler here. All right. I think my stand's about to fall off. There you go. I had to clamp it a little bit more. Earthquake, earthquake, earthquake. All right, so there you go. See how long the blade is. Go down here. So you got like a 3.5 inch cutting edge. Yeah, it's about the same. It goes up to here too. It's about 3.5 inches on your cutting edge. Back up, quit falling down, you. And that's it compared to. There's the folding hunter. So the folding hunter's got it beat in length. But this sucker's definitely got it beat in weight. I got my little scale here, but I don't want to weigh it. I'll weigh it on something else. But yeah, that's nice. I don't know about these. I think it should have kept going. I mean, if you put your, how would I match my fingers up like that? Kind of weird. I'd have to stretch my hands out. It's not comfortable for me, you know, those finger marks. But I don't worry about it. I get up here. There you go. I guess it's for the last two fingers. It's perfect for the pinky, index finger. They could have gone further up, I think, you know, because mine, this finger's longer. Which is the longest? Middle finger's the slightly longer, but this guy right here, I guess we call it ring finger. I don't know what you call that finger. Anyway, not bad. Like I said, it still feels kind of slick. I don't really feel anything from that pocket clip as far as a hot spot too much. I'm trying to speed this up. Nice open here. They got some green accents. That's not corrosion. It's funny. With copper, you know, it never gets that color. The green little spacers in there. Looks like you can remove it. Looks like about T6. You could adjust this too here. What do you know? It's like a regular flipper. And then you got decent engagement. This thing is sturdy, man. I mean, it feels sturdy and hefty. Do we have a lanyard hole? Yes, we do. Right back here. Wide open. Man, you're not going to get any gunk in there. As far as like cleaning a knife, man, this is one of the most open, easy to clean designs. Because it's so big, wide, you can get almost anything in there. Cut off a beaver's tail or a badger. Run it through there. Even a squirrel. Maybe a mouse. Oh, don't say mouse. Alright, so yeah. All in all, I like it. I like it. Decent. Nice. Big knife. Alright, so we got that one out of the way. Let's close you up so that you're not doing anything. Gotta hurry things along. Yammered too much. Alright, so the copper swirls. It should be like that. I think I got one of them as a canoe, so they come in this little plastic here. And then, that's another thing about these. These are unique. See, I'll compare it with this one. The pattern is different. And if you start looking at it, it looks pretty cool. See, you got like a moon. It looks like a moon or a black hole or a nova. Because of that plastic, you have to do this sometimes just to get some of that. It'll adhere here and leave a little bit of a mark. I haven't taken this one out. I haven't opened it up, but we have a Stockman here, I believe. Sow belly. We got a regular blade here. Mirror. It has a R on it, but yeah, well, that's life. RR2059. And then it says up here, it's kind of hard to see. 440 razor sharp steel. Pretty sharp. You can just feel from it biting. Edge grind. About even. Always up here on the tip, it tends to flare somewhat. Nice half stop, nice full stop. Oh yeah, nice walk and talk. Talk to me, baby, talk to me. Let's see if we got any dings here. I'm trying to put it under the light. That's usually the easiest way to see if you got any blade wrap. Alright. Blade rub, because that's kind of hard to do on stock, especially when they fold them like this. This guy right here has to be bent, and he can't be bent too far, and these got to be in there straight. They can't go over too much. If they go this way, they're going to hit the liner. There's a lot that goes into making a knife and getting it right, and that's usually called craftsmanship, built by hand. So, you know, somebody's sitting there, his main job, that's his whole job, you know, maybe making this one, but he's very skilled. He knows how much to bend this. They probably got a jig You know, they put it in there and it bends it, but still, it sounds better as if, you know, the other way. All right, so we got this little sheepy foot. Not quite as snappy on the lockup, but like I said, this is brand new. I haven't, you know, that main blade snapped into that one a little bit better. Yeah, good snap down there. All right, let's spade something. Yeah, good half stop. Sorry for this bouncing around. And then, decent. Nice lockup, nice fitting. Yeah, all in all, man, this is not gunky in there either. A lot of times they're all black and cruddy. This is all pretty good. That was my stomach growling, part of that. If you hear kind of a whining noise, that's my battery over there charging the fan. So yeah, I like this one. That's cool. All right, let's look at the last one. Like I said, I don't want to run it down. This is the canoe. Again, it comes in the copper swirl. Black acrylic handles with genuine copper swirls. Good thing I read that box. Warning. CA.gov. That's not China, that's California. China. It says right there, China. Alright, so let's look at the canoe. Again, you know, cool pattern. And this again is that cellophane adhering to it. Little slant here, pinched bolster. RT. Robert Townsend. I think Thrifty calls it rectal thermometer, which is also another one, because he said nobody likes it, which is, yeah, it's true. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I mean, still, doesn't it look like an RT to you? Oh, I hear a cat meowing. Sorry. I just realized I didn't reconnect my microphone, so I'm going to have to probably dub over that or boost the audio, because all you're going to hear is the fan of the battery. But I had 4 cats at the door. Shadow, and GE, Baxter, and Stripe Face. So, let me pause this. Sorry about that. That was a cat out there. Had to get the cat situation straightened out. So, we're at basically the canoe at the very last here. I've got these lights turned off because I wanted to show you something. Let me turn off the camera light here. UV light. It doesn't last very long, but isn't that cool? You could do a regular light on it too, but UV just boosts it a little bit better. It starts showing up those different layers. And then this one's not, it's not glowing or anything, but you can use the UV to kind of like show the dye, how much dye they put on it. Same way with this backwoods bushcrafter, because a lot of times it's just starting off with a white bone, and then they dye it different colors. And see, that's really dark. And then here's another cub. You can see that, but see, it doesn't fluoresce like this. Like I said, it fluoresces. It doesn't stay there real long, you know, but it does do it. The same way with the Celestial series. I got one over here somewhere. Where are you, Celestial? Come out wherever you are. Let me pause this. See, this is the Celestial series, and it does the same thing. But they don't advertise it, you know, because it's not really a glow in the dark effect that much. It doesn't last real long. A lot of people would freak out, but see, this has like a blue background, but it's still that. Spyderco did something like that. What was it called? Rapier Noble or something like that. Anyways, but it is a cool pattern, and you're gonna get a unique looking knife. You know, unique looking covers. See, it's even got like a little copper in it and everything else. Alright, where was the canoe? It was the last one we were looking at. We need to look at the main blade. There we go. Nice snap to it. I'll put the model numbers on there, but RR2060. But yeah, there you go. Don't want to make this too long. It's already going to be 20-something minutes. But yeah, so that's the first batch out of 100. It was like 146 or 147 or 148, somewhere around there. All Rough Riders. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.